Hey, hi everybody, it's me again. Woo, Teverz. I think I am Teverz. I really do think I am Teverz. And after these last 2 weeks, it's pretty. Yeah, I'm Teverz. Okay, so you guys know that normally this is the Tantrum and Teverz show, but I've got some unfortunate bad news for you. A bolt of lightning struck down from the sky and made Tantrum go off to a family meeting. So Tantrum will not be here today. So unfortunately, he won't. But we have Rowhouse filling in. So this is now the Rowhouse and Teverz show. And if wait. And if Tantrum don't make it back, that might be more permanent.
What's up, guys?
Well, hopefully he does come back. Like let's not hope for force wind gales or what do they call those whirly things now? Oh, a tornado. Okay, so we got a couple of people on with us already. We are hoping for more. Although you guys know it is Sunday, Easter, so let's not make any promises. But we do have the wonderful Blue.
Wonderful. That's lovely. Thank you.
I'm sorry, the gorgeous Blue.
Jesus. Now we're going overboard.
Okay, the extremely sexy Blue.
Jeez. Okay, can we move on now? We're good.
Okay, I don't know how to get much higher than that. And then we have the extremely sexy Blamo.
And he doesn't even
I'm gonna let you two fight it out as to who's the better looking of the. That's a hard choice.
I'll let her win.
Although if we do put this up for a vote somewhere along the way, Blue might win, Blamo.
Oh yeah, I'll let her win.
Okay, so you guys out there, it's open forum today. If not, it's going to be a whole pile of us making fun of some other people, maybe. Or in other words, a typical Sunday. So we're all in here for questions. Does the toothpick help? I am on day 8. Blue, I didn't know if you know this. I quit smoking, right?
I did, actually.
Did you? Oh, you do pay attention. I love you.
Only like a day, I think a day in maybe when you first told me.
Oh, okay. Does the toothpick help?
Good.
I'm on day 8.
That's
I wish
awesome.
I could.
Oh, and trust me, I've had some moments in this last week where sucking on a toothpick was not enough, but it worked. Yeah. No, I ordered these ones. Like I quit smoking like 10 years ago, and I quit for a whole year. And somebody had given me a box of cinnamon toothpicks. But good luck on finding cinnamon toothpicks in your stores nowadays. It's like impossible. But Amazon had these ones on, and these guys were cinnamon, tea tree oil, and menthol.
Ew.
You don't
Tree oil, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
All I taste is
I wouldn't
the
want to
cinnamon.
suck on that.
There's the
Shut up.
There's a hint of the menthol in there, but most of it tastes like cinnamon. It keeps in my mouth busy, so I'm sucking on something at least, and not something not good for me, which could be.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Have I seen the new Nick pics? Has anybody seen the new Nick pics? I mean, Blamo should. He knows all the Nick pics.
What's that?
I don't know. Somebody asked if we've seen the new Nick pics.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, nicotine pics. Is there actually a nicotine pic?
Oh.
Those wouldn't help me.
The whole point of quitting is to get the nicotine out of your system. So if you're sucking on Nick sticks, it's like having a patch or anything anyway, isn't it? Pretty much.
Pretty well. And actually, the whole thing about quitting smoking isn't to get the nicotine out of your system. It's to get the other garbage that's in the cigarette out of your system.
Yeah, but the nicotine is the part that's addictive, though.
No.
And actually, that's out of your system in like 3 days, apparently.
Yep. Yeah, but
Yeah, you don't want all the tar and crap either. But I mean, the nicotine is what keeps you smoking, not the other shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
But I had the patch on until Tuesday, so I haven't even had the patch on since Wednesday.
So you're good.
Yeah.
I actually used when I quit one time. I used there was a quitting smoking app, and it was neat because every milestone that you hit, like for example, 3 days after, it says nicotine is now out of your system. Then after a week, it says your lungs are now working 10% better. Like it gives you little motivational things.
Oh, that
I
wouldn't be
found that
good for
helped.
me.
No, you
No.
don't want to know that your heart's working better now, or oh yeah, never mind.
You want you want to know a secret?
What's that?
Okay, so I've had a constant cough for the last 4 years. I have
Gee.
gone
Yep.
through 4 or 5 pulmonary stress tests.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know what my readings were back each and every single time, which of course pissed off the wife? I have the lungs of a 22-year-old non-smoker.
So how does that work then? They just can't figure it out?
Oh, no, they found it was part of my spinal muscular atrophy. That I have a
Okay.
because my diaphragm is weakening a bit, I'm starting a bit of fluid buildup down there.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now the cigarettes don't help it, but no, the whole purpose of this quitting smoking was because my bestie, who I absolutely adore, said to me that if I died before she died, it would hurt her tremendously, and I had to make a promise to her that I had to live one day past her funeral. here's the one bad part to that whole thing, Blue. She's 20 years old, and I've got all these physical challenges. So I had a doctor's appointment this week with my doctor, and my doctor and I have come to a conclusion that we're going to do everything in my power to make it past that one day. That's my goal. Why does it all seem quiet now?
We're just listening to you.
Listening to the story.
Oh, thanks, Tam. Oh, that was greatly appreciated, by the way. I'm having a ball, just to let you know. It's
That's awesome, man.
I got you.
oh yeah, no, my partner, my bestie, everybody, every single night, I've got like 4 or 5 people going, "You did it, man. That's another day, man." I mean, and last night's message was, "Day 7's out of the park. I'm kicking that fucking cigarette's ass now." Sorry. I was a little vulgar online, wasn't I? Now,
Michael Alder, please tell me you're just being sarcastic.
somebody was being what?
You wrote, what the F is this about? Toothpick. Get a life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, he's got all fairness. Some people, actually, I've met people who quit cold turkey and just, I don't know how nobody could do that. Truthfully, but that's my answer to, like I said, I can either suck on a cigarette or I can suck on a toothpick. I take the toothpick. Well, I would think about a midget, but Blamo didn't buy me one, so. Oh, Blamo, how's
Hey,
the
Teverz,
Yeah.
how come you're in a big gray screen?
Oh, I got butt lazy.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I didn't put a screen in behind it.
Nah.
Yeah. I could have, but I'm using a new version of OBS, and I was redesigning everything in here, so. Tantrum's the only person who's got. I saw that Twitter Blamo where, like, he pisses everybody off.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you gotta love him. My shoulder is
Oh,
visible. Yeah.
I think I've pissed more people off recently than him.
I'm getting there too.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, Blue, you've been quiet. What are you talking about?
I have been, but apparently I'm a troublemaker and I cause drama all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the sexy side of you, Blue. That's okay. You know, the truth. I mean, I know there's been a lot of drama going on this week. A lot of things interesting going, guys. You guys out there, sorry for a lot of that. Um, I know, Gloria the Floating Head. Welcome to the family of Cody. It happens. Shit happens. People have fights. And we'll get over it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
As always. And let me give some kudos out here to Blamo, because like when I first came into Blamo's life and people caused drama, that guy would be like shoving his like plunger down their throat. Now he's sitting back and going, I wish I put the plunger down their throat. You're lucky I like you. But
Yeah.
I'm going to warn you, you do that to Blue, and there is not a safe country in the world you can hide in.
Oh, no.
Am I right, Blue?
Sorry, I missed that. Just talking to my daughter for a second.
No, we were just saying if somebody pisses you off, there's not a safe place in the world to hide.
I don't hold grudges, but you know what? If it's in a group that I'm kind of like a moderator in, see ya.
So the world is a moderated place by Blue. You're going to have to go live on Mars. Blue doesn't want you here. So you guys are being all nice to us today. There's absolutely no questions. Come on, you guys, okay, so you guys on the panel must have some stories to share this week.
Oh, not really.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you, how's the poll going?
Oh, yeah, that's going all right.
Did you order a poll?
I still haven't done that. I've been too busy doing other projects and stuff.
That's no excuse. Wait a minute. Your own pleasure is more important than the other projects.
I don't know. I just get really caught up in looking at shit.
I'm hearing you, but remember, if you build it, they will come.
True that.
You know, next thing you got a pack of midgets at your door.
Hey.
What? No, I think you missed that conversation earlier when we were bugging Blamo that he had to put the poll up because they will come. That way we don't have to put up another GoFund for him for midgets because they'll just show up. Wish that was a success. And I've had a few requests, honestly, guys, from a few people about talking about donation links. I got one here from one, but I got a question. Blue, you might know the answer to this one. Does Alpha have does Alpha have a GoFund going right now?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Is it for a kid?
Yeah, for a working dog.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't know him that well, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I got a copy from somebody about that, but I haven't had a chance to confirm it with Alpha yet. I mean, normally he's on my Telegram, but I think he changed his name on Telegram. Now I'm having a hard time finding him. Hey, Bill. You guys out there, you know, let me know. Have you guys heard if Alpha's got a GoFund going for his son? If you have, I'm looking for some confirmation. That's all. Although I'm now gonna, you know. Oh, what's up with all the videos about Cody being dead?
Oh,
April Fool's joke.
April Fools.
Yeah. Oh, that was a fun thing this morning. How many guys had people have contacted you going, Cody's dead?
I have a few emails.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, if you don't know what day it is, then you seriously believe that.
Well,
Yeah.
That kind of happens every April Fool's. I remember last year's.
Yeah, last year they took their site down and said the FBI or MPAA took it over or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
And
yeah.
meanwhile, in the background, they were just doing maintenance.
Yeah, no, that was priceless.
It was a long day for. It was a long maintenance.
No, that was priceless. Come on. See, now that's crap I would do. Yeah. Although we had this interesting thought that what we were gonna do since Easter fell on April Fool's Day, we were gonna put, send the kids out into the yard and say go look for the eggs, and then they were gonna come back and say couldn't find any, and then we were gonna go April Fools, and then we were gonna make them search in the house. You had those, those egg canisters where you put the chocolate inside, so we were gonna put empty ones of those around the house, and then come back and there's nothing in these, and make it like April Fools, and then they go like, well, where's the eggs? Well, it's April Fools. Sorry.
But there's one on here. Did you just get this one?
See, and I would do that to my grandkids.
Yeah.
And again, I'm like, wait a minute, Blue. Never mind, Blue. I know the answer to that. You have kids too as well. But these other two brats on the panel, they don't have kids, so they don't know how cruel you want to be as a parent sometimes.
Oh my God, we just stopped like when my daughter turned 20 hiding stuff.
Oh.
Oh my God, there's her yelling in the background. You got to keep the tradition alive, she yells.
Blamo, that last message in the chat's for you, buddy.
Oh.
Mr. Martel, hopefully it's not afternoon where you are, because now it's April Fool's on you if it is. Oh, I just realized that. It's 9 o'clock in California, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And Row House is on the West Coast, so you can still play off jokes.
I could play. Oh, trust me. There's a running joke, and I don't know how I get my mom every year, and it's always my girl's pregnant, and she falls for it all the time.
Does your mom get all excited?
She gets very excited.
Well, that's probably why, you cruel SOB, you.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's just cruel.
Every
She wants-
April Fool's,
Oh.
I'm like, man, Mom, come on, Mom, I did the same thing last year. How do you not like figure it out? And she's like, wait, are you joking? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm not talking to you.
Wait. And is your girlfriend in on this too?
No, she doesn't say anything.
Oh, okay. In the background, she's probably like, leave your mom alone.
Yeah, she's like, you're mean. I'm like, well, I'm just messing with her.
Yeah, no, there's that little payback you owe your mom for all those years of her being cruel to you. I got it. See, you right, Bill. Row House is a terrible, terrible son. Well, I mean, that's your excitement. So, and again, guys, you guys are being awesomely quiet out there and not very many questions about things that are going on this week. You got Blamo on the show, so you know that there's, things you can ask about Chapai or Wraith. And I'm all up for it. I'm going to turn the show over to Blamo if you do, though. Let you know he's bashful, though. Be gentle on him. Where are your ears, Blue?
It's looking at my picture.
Oh.
She has ears.
I don't think... Wait a minute. Have I ever... I don't know. I'm just trying to remember if I've seen a picture of you.
No, it's just one that I use for my YouTube channel.
Oh. No, I'm just trying to remember if I've seen a picture of you.
It's one I did on Photoshop. Oh, yeah, you've probably seen a picture of me.
I probably have.
I'm a little blonde.
Yeah, so am I. Wait a minute. I have a little blonde moments.
I have those as well.
Yeah. Are there any issues with the universal scrapers? I guess
No?
there was some of the repos were having a hard time updating this last week.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, Ronald, what I ended up finding for the most people that talk to me, most of the people that had it, okay, some of the repositories out there have the right link to the universal scrapers, and some of the repos still have the old link to it. And what was end up happening was like, your Cody would say, hey, there's a new version, but it was trying to get it from like the original repo that it was installed from, and it kept failing. And this is the quick solution this week is, so Blamo put up the repo for the universal scrapers under his, so people could do that much easier just that way. But I kept trying to tell people that under Blamo's repo, it was already under his repo. But if you're still having problems, you just go to repo.mrblamo.xyz. You'll find the universal scraper repo there. Just install it.
They're on GitHub too, eh? You guys knew that?
Oh yeah, but that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, no, it's much easier to get it through Blamos.
Yeah, a lot of people have that on the source on theirs right now, so. Are you using Linux? Anybody on the show using Linux?
I'm not, no.
Huh?
I am on my Cody.
On your Kodi box?
Yeah, I'm running well, I built a little mini supercomputer, runs Linux.
Nice.
There you go.
So when people tell me like, "Hey, have you tried this APK?" I'm like, "No."
Thanks for that, Triple TT. I do have the link, so I will post that up in a moment. Honestly, I do love Linux. I do. I haven't used it for a few years, basically because for a while there, my wife used my computer, and she's nothing but Windows friendly, and that's even challenging for her. So,
oh, you're not getting some for a while.
I think I'm fine with that part. Anyway,
Jesus.
anyway, it's just that like she's not a techie person. Some people are, some people aren't. So I had to just run straight Windows, and I haven't run Linux in probably 4 years now. Although I am missing it. Although I have my tablet back, that's not a bad idea.
I just love how fast Linux is.
No, me too.
I just wish I could get APKs on them. And I don't want to figure out emulators and I'm like,
Can't you have a dual boot?
It depends on your system, but yeah.
I haven't messed with that. Like running like Windows or
Running whatever you need to run, yeah. I used to have that on my Nuke. I had Linux and I had 3. I had triple booted. Linux, Libre, like OpenELEC back in the day, and Windows.
You're looking
Fun, but I've rarely ever used it, so it was like I just went screw it.
Yeah.
You know what, Blue? I'm thinking it's absolutely horrible that you're not a single woman.
Oh.
Because you're techie and that's all sexy. I'm just saying that.
Hey, I've been making videos lately. I just not Cody videos, just generic videos.
Yeah.
I made one for Caliber. We were talking about ebooks one day. So I made like a kind of how to get Caliber ebook management library. And then I made a whole section. I'm making a big one on Sublime because I know a lot of people use Sublime, especially us lower people that aren't using Linux. So I've been making guides on how to install snippets and stuff like that.
I like both Sublime and No++. I know it's hard.
The weird thing is I use Sublime for like any kind of Python, but I use Notepad++ for XMLs. I don't know why. It's just I think because that's what I learned on a million years ago. Yeah. So I use the 2. But I like Sublime better.
Well, like I said, I like them both.
I'm going through the packages right now and just trying to find some of the coolest ones to install,
Yeah.
So I'll make videos on those too.
So you guys out there, that is Blues Texts and Tips on YouTube. And if you give Trooper long enough, he will post a link to it. I love you too, Trooper, man. Sorry. So, Bama, if you really want, just like I said, go to, repo.mrblamo.xyz. You will find the universal scrapers. If you're still getting an error after that, installing that repo, I don't know how to help you, buddy. There's something else going on. And have I seen the Diamond's video on the Judgment repo? No, actually, I haven't. Was that a good thing, Mick Boy, or not? Hey, Cross. Welcome to the room. And yes, Stu, as I've already said, I am going to do a Twitter poll. I don't know if you know about that, Blue. Going forward, I'm just doing donations, so any money I make on YouTube. It's actually, I find it easier only because it really is a pain to, if I make $300 a month, that's 10. I have to put that all together, and then I have to go and buy. It's like buying little Visa cards for Real to Bride, and after a while you say screw it.
You see what Serge Flick said?
What was that?
He said that he's gonna start a GoFundMe for me.
Oh.
On getting me an Nvidia Shield. He has one. He's been trying to get me to get one.
They're not as expensive as I thought they were. I mean, they're expensive compared to like other Android boxes, but it's really not. It's only like a couple $100.
Yeah.
Worth it because it runs awesome.
You are talking $300 by the time, and that's the low end for us.
I think my brother-in-law got one the other day. Taxes in, Amazon $260, I think.
Yeah, but then he didn't get the one with the game controller either, or the remote.
No, but he doesn't really. He's got an Xbox. He doesn't do retro gaming.
And see that I think that's where my thing is I don't feel like I need one because it supports all the gaming stuff, and I think it's an overkill for streaming.
Oh, I'm in agreement. It's the top end of all the Android boxes you could have out there, but the truth is, I give NVIDIA a lot of credit because they have a lot of their own their own gaming that you can actually install.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive at what you can play, and I know they have. They're affiliated with Stream too.
Oh, did you see that? Shield on sale in the U.S. this week with game controller for $179.
What?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Wait, Ross. You need to move to the States. Stop living in that far
Where
away.
are you?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Dang it. Oh man. All right, I'll think about it.
Okay, Cross, if you want to find me, I'm actually in Telegram. It's the same as my Twitter. Wait a minute, you just gotta click on my name. You were talking to me in one of the chat rooms. Click on my name and you could and say message me. That simple. Am I right, guys?
You find that's funny a lot that a lot of people do that. They'll be like, oh, I'll be like, DM me, and they'll be like, how? I'm like, just click my icon. Message. Like,
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Just don't ever private message me. I hate that creepy crap. Like, I'm afraid to, I'm going to see when I open it. So don't. Send me a regular DM, not one of those weird ones.
What? I like one of those,
Oh, God.
There's a hidden add-on XML file in the Judgment and Lumina. I guess I'm going to have to watch that. Has somebody watched that video?
What was there? What did you say? I gotta read that.
Supposedly, like, Diamond did a video on the Judgment repo.
Oh yeah.
And there's supposedly a hidden add-on XML file on it.
Hidden how exactly? Like encrypted, you mean?
I don't know. I haven't watched the video, so I don't know. I thought maybe somebody here might have heard something.
Nope.
I didn't.
Can Chipai be made to open Wraith? It should.
Yeah, it should.
You know how to answer that question? Because he was like, when I click on a search result, he wants to open it in Wraith.
Well, search it in Wraith.
Gloria, I'm not with you on that one there though. Fire sticks, not great.
Actually, Blue, the new Fire Stick, the Gen 2.
I have one compared to every single other box I have. Not great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ugh.
Hey, TK. Yeah,
Yes,
honestly,
there is.
sorry, go ahead,
Yeah.
Mama.
There is a search. Here,
It's
hold
on the side menu once you open it.
They probably. I don't think they've seen my video. I did a pretty thorough on it not that long ago on how to get to the search, how to add a track in there. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna post it real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea. TK, I mean, thanks, buddy, for the donation, but, you know, you could come and join us. Blue, have you met Teverz yet?
Yep, we're old pals. I haven't met him on here though. Wait, I don't. Now I'm not sure. Possibly.
Did you hear that, Teverz? Get your buns in here and don't say you don't have the link, because you know darn well you have it. No, Mick, that's not a problem. That's why we have the show here. So I will take a look into that. You got my curiosity on that, by the way. And for you guys that wanted to know the Wraith, sorry, Jeffrey, see Rojas posted a link up there. It's not connecting. I think he's coming up with excuses. Okay, fine. I'm gonna get another link for you now. Everybody out there can see that I got another link for you. I'm coming back right down here. It's funny, it's the exact same link as that one, the first one I sent you. Yeah, that's blaming on the phone. That works for me too.
I just DM'd it to him again too, so
Did
worked
you?
for me.
Yeah. Well, you guys all got the same link. It's weird. You're all here. Let's blame it on him. I think he's a great addition to the show. He's got some great answers for some of those smaller things that, you know, that we forget sometimes. But then, you know, he's got that whole forum and Facebook. And don't get me wrong, he's not the only person running it now. There's a group of them, but I mean, they got a lot more of those questions than we do. So, oh, there's Cross congratulating you, Blue.
Congratulating me.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
thanks.
Cross
I thought I'd do
congratulating
something
you.
A little different, so wanted to start fresh.
That's what they all say.
This will be like my third. I had one that had tons of videos on it, and then I don't know, I just got a little nervous a while back and deleted the entire thing. Then regretted deleting the entire thing, but it was too late.
Okay, I'm just getting a link up here for Cody versus I think I already have it in here, but just to be sure. Great, don't start that again.
So, what exactly is going on this week in Cody? Anything?
Well, Cody shut down apparently.
Okay. Any new add-ons? Any new devs? Any new anything? Or has it been pretty quiet? Everybody just updating their stuff.
Yeah, it's back to being mellowed out pretty well.
Lamo, what have you been up to this week?
I did a few updates. Been looking at some other projects. Just been relaxing. Lots of fucking drama.
Without a poll.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Rojas just came out with an add-on of his own, didn't he?
Yeah,
Nice.
Mad Chops last week,
Yep.
and just working on a website, working on some more side projects. Uh, Finished updating several, I actually just finished updating all my builds. Um, working YouTube. Got a few more things coming down the pipe. So yeah, just keeping it
Yay.
low pro until I'm ready.
Yeah. Smart. I was gonna say, Rojas, you're not a proper YouTuber unless you have a website that's profiting off its AdSense too.
Hey, I'm working that too, man. It's
That's
coming.
actually funny. Sorry, go ahead.
So, no, that's all I said. It's coming.
I actually have one too, but I'm not releasing it yet. But it'll just tie to my YouTube basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
But no, sorry. But just to be clear, no money stuff involved with it. It's just for fun. I just like making websites, so I'm doing it more for that than anything.
no, I'm not knocking any of the guys out there that have websites.
Oh, I'm not either, but just stating that I'm not. I'm just like playing with it.
I know you're like me, but I mean, I've been in a chat with some of the YouTubers and I'm listening to their stats for the day on what they made from their AdSense off a website, and all that's going through my head is that's too much work.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well,
I might maybe make a couple of videos on setting up like a nice little website, what you need as far as like I'm using Plesk right now, and then I use WordPress, of course. So it would be WordPress based, but just some of the other plugins that you can use that can make making a website so much easier. Like, I mean, I'm still a noob at it, so it'll be like basic layman stuff. But I mean, maybe some people might be interested in that. Do you guys think?
Yeah.
you know,
Because I mean, most people have servers, right? Like a lot of people have servers now, and they don't realize they can not only can they store their Kodi files on it, but they can make websites too.
actually just to
Yeah,
do a
definitely.
video on websites, like or even how to get a server is not a bad idea either.
Well, I left that up to O'Neill. O'Neill set me up, done and done. But then he started laughing because then I installed WordPress and just started giving her. And he's like, "Holy crap!"
You're having fun with it.
I find that stuff so interesting. I mean, not a long time ago, but maybe a year ago, I started building them from scratch,
Yeah.
and so it gave me a good base on like using WordPress. It's like cheating, but it's like it's good because if I do want to use CSS in it at all to customize it a little bit more than maybe the template offers or the themes offer,
Yeah.
then I know how to do that. So it was a really nice base to get me to there.
I got.
But yeah, I might do some videos, and then if anybody is interested in making their own websites and stuff, at least it'll be a little starter.
I started. A friend of mine and I built a content management system in 2001, and it got really, really popular for a while, and then we just kind of incorporated into Nuke, PHP Nuke.
Yeah.
Then went on from there, but my biggest favorite one is Joomla. Joomla. I like WordPress too, don't get me wrong, but what I like about Joomla is I have more flexibility with it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is because I'm so new at it. Like, I mean, even like I said with editors, like I use Sublime because I love Sublime and I know it not in depth, not even close. Which while I'm making the videos, it'll help because I'll be testing stuff, so I'll learn a lot more too. But then Mid had me using Emacs, and I was like, oh my god, it was like it was way over my head. So it's like the same thing. I think I got used to WordPress, so I would like to learn other ones too, but right now that's about as far as I can go with it.
No, you know what? That's a good start. Like, and you're already learning how to customize it manually instead
Yeah.
of relying on somebody else. Like working on the CSS and themes especially for WordPress, that's a bit challenging. Trust me.
Well, one of the themes that I have has CSS customization in it. So, if I just use inspect element, find the section that I'm looking for, and then write the CSS for it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. I like that stuff.
By the way,
I am a geek.
Again, will you stop it? You sound way too sexy.
Saying I'm a geek? Really?
Sorry, Mr. Martell, Miss Martell. I'm not quite sure what's that because the first name is hard. Actually, I haven't had a withdrawal in quite a few days, so we're good. Toothpick's still going. Anyway, no. I love it. Okay, don't get me wrong, Blue. I have met a couple of women in my life, who amaze me. That are actually more of a geek than I am. And every time I've met a woman who's got that same brain, I find them extremely sexy. That's all.
Well, that's cute. Smart is sexy.
Oh yeah, damn tripping rights.
But I'm not that smart. I mean, I'm an older lady, so when I was in high school, we didn't have computers. So
Right.
I didn't learn coding. I didn't learn any of that stuff. I've actually just started learning all that in the last, 3 years.
So you're a late bloomer, but
Yeah.
so you're a late bloomer at being sexy too. So I mean,
Stop it.
what? No, come on. Let's not be too modest here. Again, see, amazing that even at that. Well, you're still young though. So, what are you now? 28, 29? I'm bugging you.
You're hilarious.
I know. No, it's amazing how people. But when I've met so many women who are like, I don't want to do that. That's too techie. And then every once in a while, you'll find one who's like, oh my gosh, I love this.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like a little puzzle. I like figuring stuff out, and I like testing it myself. Sometimes I'll get stuck and I'll Google it, which I tell everybody to do all the time. But I'll first try it myself, and then if I can't find it, I'll find somebody else who knows how to do it and figure it out from there. And yeah, I like that. This is, when everybody has hobbies.
Yep.
And this is mine, definitely, playing with tech stuff.
Yeah.
And especially because when you share it with friends and family and they think you're so smart and you're like, yeah, not really.
No.
But thanks.
That's like setting up an e-commerce site on Joomla. And I mean, out there, like if you go and I'll get that. Thanks, Mick. If you go to a website company and ask them to develop an e-commerce site, you're looking at thousands of dollars, right? But you can install WordPress or Joomla and add an e-commerce add-on into it.
Yeah.
A little bit of teaching, and suddenly you have an e-commerce website. The server, the SSL, all for under $100.
Yeah, it's really, really cheap.
And the worst, you might have, if you can't figure out the theme, you can get a hold of Blue. She'll charge you a couple of bucks and make a theme for your website. There you go.
Yeah. Maybe. I have enough trouble with my own stuff.
Boy, I'll do it for you too. I don't mind. Okay, so Mick said that he had too many people contacting me in too many places. Oh. Alright, buddy, I got just to let you know, I got the link for the repo video. I'm not obviously going to watch it right now because we're kind of I learned a long time ago that if you leave a woman, hanging on the side like that, suddenly they don't like you. And Blue's that kind of person where if you were to irk her off, run. So, she's got my attention right now.
What? I'm actually really, really nice. People don't understand that because sometimes I get a little frustrated.
Yeah, I know you're a sweetheart. Why do you think everybody loves you?
Oh, Jesus. Not everybody.
Oh. Name one person.
Oh, I can name about 5.
No, they still
I can
love
name
you.
one from yesterday, but I ain't naming them.
No, they still love you. They just don't like you.
That could totally be true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care, though.
I agree with you, Cross. Again, any woman who can be techie like Blue is cool.
Jesus. Quit it.
It's the Feel the Love Day, Blue.
You're embarrassing me.
I am not embarrassing you. You are who you are, and people love you still.
I'm like bright red right now.
Oh, is that from the suntan?
Well, as you know, living in Canada, no. No suntan here.
I don't know. I've had +8, +10 weather this week.
Oh, God, we had a snowstorm yesterday. Jerk.
I haven't
Funny thing
had.
is we still barbecued though. We barbecue every Easter. We still barbecued out. My ma barbecued out in the snow.
Oh, of course, we're Canadians.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that we haven't had snow since February.
Wow. I think that was the last one we're getting. Spring's coming. I can hear the birds. So.
Have you been partaking in Blamo stuff?
No.
Oh,
I have to keep my wits about me.
yeah. Yeah, Rojas has been pretty quiet this whole time.
Yep.
I should take his name off the show if you know.
I'm just listening to you guys.
What? You're supposed to be in here complimenting Blue.
No, please don't. We're good.
She's already bright red. I don't want to make her more red.
Yeah. So, Roas, any new videos lately?
I am gonna work on a video today. For my top 5 add-ons of the month of April. I'm gonna switch it up a bit. Probably do a mix of like cartoons and stuff. I normally do like movies.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah.
Because I like cartoons a lot.
Yeah. So I'll probably just do top 5 cartoons for the month.
Are there even 5 out there?
Yeah, there's several of them out there.
Are they?
Good. I'll be watching that because I want to know where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing those. I'll be doing that video today. I'm changing my intro. I used to have that spinning world going around, and it was kind of like Tim Burton type music in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch that out. What I'm actually doing now is I did a live show on Thursday, and I announced starting March 31st, March 30th, 31st, 30, whatever day that is, the last day of March.
Yeah, it's got 31.
Yeah, so yesterday, whatever video I posted yesterday, the first 5 people that put a comment on my video, they're going to be featured in the intro for my video.
Cool.
Nice.
And I'm going to do that starting every video from now on.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Your intro.
Yeah.
So is it a generic that you can just fix for each show then, like for each video you make?
So I forget what it was called, like Render Forest, I think it was. And what I
Okay.
did was I grabbed a whole bunch of their templates.
Yeah.
Like I paid for like 30 days or whatever, so I grabbed a whole bunch of their templates, and then what I'll do is I'll flip some stuff around. I'll change some things here and there. I'll just re-edit some of the stuff on my own.
Okay.
But it's very minimal when I do it. Some of it comes with music, and some of it I just add my own music.
Well, you pretty much just change the text then?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to hit you up after the show.
Yeah, for sure. But it's pretty easy. And then I did my right after that intro, I have like, subscribe here, go here, because some people don't know how to find the subscribe button and the bell.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have people saying like, "Oh my gosh, like I didn't even know you were posting videos," and it's just like, "Did you hit the bell?" They're like, "Where's the bell?" I'm like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "It's right next to the subscribe button."
Hey, you should do a total video on how to do all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about it. Even the description, they're just like, "Where do I find the description?" I'm like, "You see the little arrow right there, and just click it."
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys cannot. I'm like, you're on YouTube all the time, and you don't know where some of these buttons are. I'm like, wow.
Okay, so there's a quick little question here, but first let's give John Custon some crap because he's talking about how beautiful it is in the Virgin Islands right now. But does anyone know why Dash is the only live stream video codec that works in YouTube in his Kodi?
Dash is the only live streaming video codec that works on YouTube.
What Dash? Like, I don't know why that would be the only Dash. I mean, why Dash would be the only.
Is he getting like no streams available, or exceeded limit or something?
No, he's talking about the video codec itself.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've got us confused, Mr. Martel. You really need to give us a little bit more info, though. We'd be more than glad to answer that for you. So, you guys didn't realize that TK just showed up, eh?
Steve says, just answer no. No.
Yeah, terrorize.
I saw him. I just didn't want to say anything because I knew he'd start talking.
It's a good point. I mean, no, Blue, you have a beautiful voice, but TK's got a really nice voice too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. And as you can tell, he's being quiet and doesn't want you to hear it right now.
Oh, okay. Play my for him? Is that what you're saying?
You want to sing for him?
No, fall for him.
Oh. Yeah, that might not be so good. Wait a minute, you already have enough stalkers.
That is true. You're the worst. Well, you know what Blamo's off to do?
So he says the MP4s do not work on, and I'm assuming that's what he said for YouTube.
Is that the same guy that was using Linux?
I think so. Somebody needs to. Somebody can't play the live.
Okay, this might be a completely new idiot question, but is there a huge difference between Kodi Linux and Kodi like Android or PC?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it possible that they have different codecs then?
Yeah, big time. I'm just thinking about it now. If you go to system where there's like your hardware acceleration, there's different stuff that will pop in there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, maybe so if he's using Linux, that might be the issue.
Yeah, so it's going to be a trial and error. Go in there, turn something off, because everything will be turned on by default. But by turning some stuff off, some things might stop working. So you could either turn one off at a time and test, or you could turn the whole thing off at a time and then test while you're turning them back on.
See, Optimum Bliss just said that it is the only live streaming one from YouTube. Just live streaming.
Well, now we know. Thank you very much, Optimum. You rock, buddy. and Blue sending out kisses of appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Rojas is right. Like I was just thinking about like Android boxes that had the S905. You actually had to go and turn off the hardware acceleration in it. Yep. But when the 905X came out, you could turn it back on. So those are perfect.
I remember issues with that all like for years, like acceleration on or off depending on stuff, and always for live stuff.
Yeah, I actually had I was trying to watch the fight yesterday, and I had mine turn. I had a few things turned off. MP4A, VDP, whatever it is. Like there's a couple of them that I had to turn off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to fix it so I could minimize buffering when it came to the live stuff, because sometimes the quality would be really, really good, and depending on what was turned on, it would stress the box out and kick me out completely.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing actually yesterday was I ended up turning everything completely off, everything on my hardware accelerator, and I went back to the stream and it worked good. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Now I wonder what I broke since that works now.
What did you break?
Broke, whatever.
What's up, guys?
I don't know, buddy.
I finally got on this stupid thing.
What's up, man?
Oh, I know. Oh, okay, TK, you need to be quiet. I warned somebody that you have a really nice voice.
Yeah, I haven't had anything on, so I missed for about the last 20 minutes while I was installing something on my computer to actually get on here. For some reason, my phone wouldn't take the link. So
I've heard that before, actually.
Hey, there's a question here. I know it's directed to me, but I'm not. Maybe you guys can help me out understand it. It says why doesn't the streams work in the Reddit viewer in simple build? I don't think I haven't used the Reddit.
It's probably
Reddit works in gens, so.
Isn't it? Wait a minute. Isn't that part of the unjudged repo? I mean, add-on.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you might want to ask the people that make the add-on.
That honestly, from that one, I don't use it myself, so I can't say.
No.
I haven't downloaded the add-on, but I don't. haven't used that portion of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, but the best people, if you're having problems with that, would be to contact
Developer.
the developer, Judgment, that team. I'm not. Contact the Illuminati team. They'll be able to answer that for you.
Yep.
Ooh, hey Lou. Oh, the MLB streams in Reddit. Oh, that's kind of like, you know, Pro Sports has the Reddit section in its too. I know how that works, by the way, how the Reddit links work. So the add-on searches a particular group in Reddit, right? To find video links in there. And Tantrum and I were, oh, it's too bad he's not on the show today, because truthfully, he could answer that question really well. He understands it more than I do. But, so it's looking for certain links, and what's been happening in some of the Reddit channels, like if you actually went to Reddit, you're going to find there's 300 more links than some of the add-ons are finding, but that's because some of the add-ons or some of the links that are in there are encrypted, that you have to actually go to their site. And nobody has come up with a clue on how to. People are working on it to make it so that that'll work in some add-ons. That's what they're doing. It's not there yet, unless of course that Judgment got it to go, which I haven't checked out yet. What I do like in that the new Unjudged, I do like the live feature in there.
Yeah, it works pretty good. I was testing it out within the iView guide, and everything was working pretty nice.
Yeah.
I had to do another video on the iView guide because people didn't understand the last video I did.
That should say something about your presentation. Either
Well,
that,
no,
or you should be wondering about the crowd you're presenting to.
People were mad. Actually, so people were mad saying, why didn't you install other add-ons to show how it works? And I was telling people, well, you probably have a build, so you probably have those add-ons already.
Sorry.
So then I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll just do another video. I'll show you that I'm installing some add-ons, and then I'll say, if you have a build, you might have these already.
Which is a good point. Yeah, but I mean, you mean talking like how to use Ivy Creator to find it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because what they do is they want it to be spoon-fed to them, where they just download the iView guide, and everything should just work.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, no, go to subscribe, go to the add-on that you think has live TV. I'm like, it's not hard. You just have to you have to get familiar with what you're using. It's like having a phone, like a cell phone, and when you switch to a brand new phone, you have to learn that new phone. It's just not going to tell you like, hey, this here I am, you know. And so I don't understand why people get so frustrated. It's like you have to have patience.
Actually, I find iView Guide really easy to use. So
it's extremely easy to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you guys.
For us, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. Some people will go right over their head, so I have to, you know.
Well, like you said, some people don't know where the bell is, or you know where the description is.
There you go.
In YouTube.
Exactly.
Some people aren't interested in looking around. You know what I mean? It's like when Cody, used to say to people, like, check in the settings. Where's the settings? And be like, oh my god.
I don't know that sometimes.
If you watch...
See, that's the first place I hit when I download something like a new add-on. I'll go through their settings and see what they have and what they don't have. And
yeah, if you look at any of my videos, every single one of them, I'll either install the add-on first or I'll install the add-on at the end. I'll do one or the other. But every time I open up the actual add-on that I'm presenting, I always go to the settings first. That's like the very first thing.
Yeah. It's always best to customize it.
Yeah.
But most people don't. They just download it and they go. And then they're confused by simple things.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you wanna be good at anything Cody wise or tech wise, look around in the add-ons. And the best place to go is settings.
Yep.
Yep.
Everything else on the main screen is just playable stuff usually.
Yeah.
So
Unless, of course, it's a gen add-on, because then the settings are all the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and no. I mean, mine's different.
Yeah, but most people don't. Like the average
No,
one is still
most
the same.
don't touch it. No, most don't touch anything in Gen except for their lists.
So there's a question here from Donnie. Why is JS Coin Miner 6 or 8 showing up on Placenta?
What?
Well, that might be a Blamo question. I don't know. I don't even know what JS Coin Miner is.
Placenta links. So you're scraping a movie and that comes up.
Apparently,
Did you click it and does it work?
Is that
what is that though? JS Coin Miner.
I have no
don't
idea.
know.
I gotta go and look that up now.
Are you using, like, people have been overwriting stuff recently? Are you using it from the proper repo?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing too. They could be using the proper repo, but they could be having a build that also has other repos.
Oh,
So he might not even know.
That actually is a web attacker.
Yeah, you may have uploaded,
Mhm.
upgraded from a different repo than Blamo's. That's
Yep.
possible too.
Oh, I've had to
Right.
remove 2 repos out of my build that have
But I mean,
become dangerous.
I would think that would be a scraper issue, right? I mean, it's the links.
Yeah, but that's what's happening with this JS Coin Miner is that anytime somebody's clicking on it and those are coming up in the links, right? It's actually it's attacking a website.
DOB saying that again too. Coin Miner actually shows up in some movie websites. That's why.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I've never done that myself.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, all the scrapers do is pull everything from there. So if somebody's uploaded those onto there, then yeah, of course it's going to pull them.
It's got a valid point on
Just
that.
you know what would be good to know though, guys, is if you could let them know which sites are pulling those, just for kicks.
Yeah.
Right in the link. The actual scraper site.
Yeah. I
Well,
want to know that.
but also still back on the same hand, Blamo's right. There have been some people that have put updates up to Placenta that are not legit, that have stuff in it, and death streams.
Yep. Now the best way to fix that, if anybody's wondering, is go to your system, go to your add-on browser, go to my add-ons, find Placenta death streams, click on it, and then hit update.
Any other repo that's fucking connected to them.
Yeah.
No other repo connects to them. End of.
No, the only
So
problem is
if you do hit update, it'll tell you all the repos that are pushing updates, and if it's not coming directly from Blamo, you probably should uninstall that other repo.
Yep.
Tantrum repo is fine because it's just mirrored, but anyone else, nah. Remove that fucking repo.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
Tantrum is good.
The only problem with that Rojas is if I'm about 80% sure that actually the scrapers are in the script, not actually in the add-on. Am I right, Blamo?
Just on a little note here, Donnie, sometimes some antivirus programs do not like Kodi, but everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn it off.
Is Cody Apps a good site for reliable repos?
Kodi apps. What's that?
It's a website. Yeah, they're pretty reliable.
Yeah, as long as they're pointing you to the proper actual URLs and stuff, then yeah.
Yeah, I could tell you. I could tell you this. I'm actually working on a website myself that will do the same thing, but I'm actually going to also add a section where you could let us know, like, hey, this doesn't work anymore, or hey, this is something new. So that way we could either add it or delete it. So it's going to
Awesome.
be very interactive with the community. Coming soon. I don't know how soon yet, though.
And you will have AdSense on that, right?
Of course.
Of course. We're going to have to promote you and get you popular. I was getting a pop-up to donate to TV add-ons. You had Indigo in yours? I would remove TVA from the box. Actually, I'd get rid of Indigo. It's a pain.
Yeah, well, and if you do want to keep it for whatever reason, I wouldn't. I believe if you go into programs, there's something called notifications.
Yep.
The TVA notifications program. You can disable it so it doesn't pop up anymore.
Yeah. What was I getting? Oh, I'm trying to remember one of the other all-in-ones that had that, and I kept installing the message script in there, and I had to keep removing that. Can't remember. There was another all-in-one other than TVS that was doing that. But yeah, you just turn off the notifications.
Back in the days, Unity used to have pop-ups.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Most of you guys don't even know who Unity is.
Oh, shush up, you.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking on the panel here. I'm talking out in the chat group. A lot of newer people.
I mean, Rowhouse is still, pretty young.
He knows though. You remember Zunity?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, the person to ask is TK.
Don't know it.
Those were the good days. Let's just put it that way, TK.
All right. Hey, these are pretty good days.
Actually, does everybody have like a special moment in Cody history that became like that moment?
What do you mean?
Well,
Like describe yours, and maybe we'll be able to answer.
Good example. For me, the day that Genesis was born.
Genesis was wonderful.
And I mean, because we went from NaviX and Mashup and all that into Genesis, which made things extremely simple.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
that's what I'm saying. That was my moment in Cody.
Was Genesis out before Salts? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a story between Lambda and TK that I remember something. It's a rumored thingy, so I can't verify, but there was an inspiration why TK built Salts. Something to do with Lambda.
They wanted to do something different, I think. Like they didn't want it to be the same.
Maybe that was it. I don't remember. There was a little bit of friendly rivalry or something. I had something about to do with the tract, and I mean,
yeah.
I do know that age group. If anybody knows, actually, Salts ruled for tract.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had so much in there at that time. Okay, Blue
Genesis was a wonderful add-on too, though. It's just I still remember when he decided to make Exodus, and because what he told me was it was because it was so popular. Like Genesis was so popular that it was like killing sites, So it made every day made more scrapers that he had to fix and everything. So then he made Exodus, and then I think he took out library integration. He took out a couple of major things that were in Genesis, and he was hoping less people would use it, but people just migrated over to it anyway, so it made no difference.
Yeah.
Once you push something out pretty good, and they know you got something else out good, it's yeah.
Lambda was a really good coder.
He was insanely good. Yeah,
he was a really, with all the shit that happened with him, with the DDoSing and everything, he was one of the nicest people I ever knew in Cody. Made me sad the day I heard he left.
Yeah, me too.
He was sweet. Not a lot. Some devs are sweet and some are just lucky bastards.
Hey, be nice. Blamo's nice.
Yeah, Blamo's nice. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
What does he call himself? The nicest mean guy he knows?
That's about right.
Yeah.
So for digital, it was the day he got reeled to bride.
Reeled to bride. What's that?
It was the day that my roommate partner and wifey smiled more.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I made her life easier, which actually made my life easier. Maybe that was a better moment than Genesis.
Oh, I would have to say mine would have been joining Phoenix back in the day, like for my first Cody experience, because I was just helping with tech stuff out and about, and then had problems with people that then they weren't very nice to me, and had people attacking me on Twitter, and it was awful. And then the boys from Phoenix approached me and asked if I'd like to be a playlist. Well, first they didn't even say playlister; they just said, "Come join our group." So I was just in their chat group. They said, "Why don't you make it a girls' playlist?" And I'm like, "All right." So that was my first add-on initiation. Before that, I was building and helping people with tech stuff, like just kind of like support.
I remember your okay. You were in Bob, right?
I was in Phoenix first with her place, and then when I left Phoenix, we started Bob.
Yeah. Okay, both. But your section when you were in that, like when I was just doing builds back then, you were my female section of my builds. All of your
Cool.
sections.
That's cool.
I mean, trust me, that's why I have been a tremendous follower of yours for a while. And when you first talked to me, like that was a big another highlight in my life. That was like, and I'm not trying to sugar you into nothing. I'm honest with you. Like the first time I ever talked to Alpha, it was like, ooh, that was a moment. Or the first time I talked to Kike, you to me were absolutely just as important as they were.
Wow, that's weird. You need to get your priorities straight.
I just had this deep appreciation for all of these people who had done so much. You know what I mean? And to me,
Yeah,
you did.
I can understand that.
But you did a lot. You like to sit here and go, all I was a playlister. But, I mean, that's a lot of work to be a playlister.
Oh, and back then, oh my God.
Yeah.
Before we were automating lists, yeah. Yeah,
So,
it was a lot of work. Nowadays, it's so easy for everybody.
Okay, but now you know what I mean. A deep admiration for you, hon.
Well, thank you very much, honey.
Yeah.
I still have all that stuff in my private add-on.
Really?
Yep.
No comment. I was having a dirty mind.
Oh, Jesus.
I remember doing a video about your fitness section, and it was like, I had little comments way back when. I have since removed the video, so...
Oh, good.
You're answering a question in there, are you, Blau?
Yeah. I don't know, have you updated build? I know he was doing updates and stuff.
And Wayne, yeah, I do know Wayne. The day I introduced you to Blamo stuff, you have been tremendously happy ever since then. Wayne, just to let you know, Blamo, Wayne's actually a friend of ours, and he called me up on the phone, and we guide him through just to get your repo in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now he's a deep appreciation for you.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
One of the...
I like all Blamo's add-ons too. I mean, yeah. That's my go-to. That and mine.
No, that's what I was saying. Wayne is probably one of the few million people that have a love for Blamo.
Oh, Blamo. You can have a lineup outside your door.
Well, they have to get past the midgets first, but yeah.
Yeah, that's me, right? Is that me you're talking about?
No. You're not under 4'10".
No, I'm not. I will be eventually, if I'm anything like my mother. She used to be the same size as me. She used to be 5'2", and now she's probably 4'10".
So what you're saying is that as you get older, you get sexier.
I know your logic there, and it's nice. You dirty bastard.
What? Okay.
Shorter the woman, the easier to...
Well, I was thinking about the pole, but, I mean... Because eventually I'm going to be living in Blamo's garage, and he'll have a pole out there, so...
Blamo's out west, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I would...
We're coming for a visit at some point.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
It's actually not a bad idea at all.
I'm actually heading out to Victoria in June, so...
TK, where are you from?
The Great North, Northern Alberta, Canada.
I'll show you another West Coaster.
Well,
Yeah.
Mid
Mountaineer.
Coaster. What would that be? Mid, more mid?
Mountaineer.
No, we're west.
I'm in Ontario.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was minus 20 here yesterday. Another 6 inches of frickin' snow.
No,
You know, I was gonna say I'm pretty new, but I think I've already had about 3 big moments in Cody. About 8 months ago, I think the first one was when I discovered Reel to Bread, and that enabled me to stop paying for cable, and that was a pretty big one. And then when Blamo took over it made Placenta and Neptune, and you could have one-stop shopping and not repo. That was a big one too.
And your third? Didn't you say 3?
He meant Blue.
My public build, that's only a couple weeks old. I released my first public build
Woohoo!
a couple of weeks ago, and actually just put an update out last night. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice.
I'm gonna let you know, TK, that I have worked on 5 boxes this week, and I'm normally in the past would install my build. I'll let you know that I installed your build on all of the boxes this week.
Oh, really? Right on.
Yeah. Now,
have you checked out the update yet? Then have you seen that?
I just did a box last night. I don't actually go through the like, I just install it and just make sure everything's working and then I'm done. No, I didn't get a chance to look at it.
How do we get it?
It's in Blamo's repo. My wizard's in there, so that's probably the easiest way.
It's easier to install it that way than it is to...
No, that's cool. I just didn't know.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest. And when you get in there, there's a hidden top widget in system for a setup guide. Check that out. I'm really happy with that. I did fan art for the icons. Looks pretty sweet. And
Nice.
and I got a new selector bar too, which is, you can't really see it good in pictures, but when you start using it, it's pretty cool when you're going through the menus.
Yeah, I saw the pictures anyway. Ratty, just to let you know, Tantrum's not in the show today. It's Easter, for some people.
Nope. Yeah.
So he will not be in, but if you Twitter him, find out why the thumbnails are missing. I don't know what skin he's using on his light. I thought he was using Nox, so if they're missing thumbnails, that might be something to do with the build. Like, not the build, but the guy's internet. I mean, sorry, Ratty.
John, I'm not 100% sure on this, but are you hitting okay once you set the volume amplifier? Because if you're just backing it, it's not going to set itself for everything else. Each time you change something up, it's going to revert back to the default.
Yep.
Okay, at the bottom.
Yeah, there's a thing at the bottom to set as default. Anyway, if that's what you mean, like Blue, like when you go into an add-on, like if there's something playing, and if you go into the add-on and you make a change at the bottom, there's usually set default.
Yeah, and if you don't set it, if you just back out,
then it reverts back to
where
whatever.
you set it, but the next time, that's like lots of times. One of the main ways I realized that was because using subtitles. And I would have it set for, subtitles all the time. And then I turned it off, but then it was like, I was getting subtitles again. And then I realized I hadn't hit set to default. It's the same thing with the audio, I believe.
So the answer to you, Dean, sorry about that, they're looking about quantity versus quality. If you're using, you want to answer that, Bob?
He's asking why some episodes are playing different episodes than they should be. That's the uploader's fault.
You should contact the uploaders of those websites.
Like, I can take, guys, if I was an uploader on wherever, I can call it Thor movie and then put in porn if I want. Once the link is clicked, it's out of Blamo's hands. Like, that's all site specific. So
search engine, just like Google, and it just searches. That's all it does. And what it grabs is what it grabs. If it grabs the wrong episode, that's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference, Dean, between, like, you know, there are some out there that are playlisters that will have direct links to shows, but most of the add-ons like Placenta or Death Streams or Neptune, those are what they call scraper add-ons. So they have an engine in there that's designed to find a link out on the web somewhere. And he's right, it really has nothing to do with the add-on.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I have to admit,
Yeah, like if you go add-on to add-on to add-on, any scraper add-on out there that's using that specific site, and you use that exact, they'll all have the same links. That's usually what happens. We'll have that same wrong episode as well. So it wouldn't be just Blamos, it's any add-on then that has that link.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say, though? Like, not all depends on the scrapers that are in the add-on, too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if they didn't have that specific site, and then they wouldn't have that link. That's true. But you understand what I mean, though.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not just that. Like, okay, so inside of a scraper, you can also set the qualities, right? On what will come, like, what it'll look for, too. So. Yeah.
But if an uploader uploads the wrong video and tags it like episode 2 when it's actually episode 3, then there's nothing you can do about that.
He's asking if we check the streams. You want us to look through every website, all the links, every TV show, every episode, all the movies.
Yeah. The best way to fix that, pick another link.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, Umi Mao, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your name, and forgive me if I get it wrong, I'm bad. I truthfully, I don't know which program you were using, but when I click on Jumanji, I have all the new stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't had any problems.
I watched it the other day.
It's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
And are there any?
But once again, that can just be a matter of try a different link.
Yep.
Yeah.
And make sure you clicked on the right Jumanji, because I know people have done that before. They just see it, they click it, they don't realize that it's the old one. Not saying that you did that, but just saying.
Free. If you want better links, I'd suggest Reel the Bridge or one of the other services.
Yep. Although, see, Blamo's set for life, so. And Dean was like, do any of you developers check out the actual D streams before?
Yeah, I answered that.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. My bad. Oh, Ron. No, Cody's dead. They came down. Wait a minute, it's afternoon. So, never mind. They're back up. If I continue that, I'm actually the April Fool now. Never mind. Wait a minute, Rowhouse.
Yo.
It's before noon for you still, right?
10:25.
Okay, tell Ron it's dead.
It's dead. Cody is never coming back. I'm sorry. But I do have a GoFundMe if you want to get me on NVIDIA Shield.
We're not going to have a use for a live show going forward because Cody is dead. You know?
They do the same thing every year. Every year they pretend like Cody's gone.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
What?
Who made that noise?
That wasn't me.
Oh, that's me.
See? I'm telling you guys, Cody shut down. Can't even open it.
Gone now.
We'll blame it all on TK. It's all his fault.
You know, it took 6 hours for me to load my library into my build. There's got to be a faster way to do that.
Hey. Yeah, Doc Squiffify did a video this morning on the Cody dead thing. Or was that on his website? I think it was on the website, sorry. Yeah, because Wayne sent me the thing, the link, and I read it. We had a good laugh reading that one from Doc.
What's that request module script? What's that? I see many repos have request module script. Have tried deleted some to find one which actually has the proper version.
That's part of the Kodi, isn't it?
I would think so.
I'm almost pretty sure it's part of the Kodi repo itself.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, and you are right, TV Junkie. Oh, which, by the way, TV Junkie, I'm going to let you know that I just worked on an M8S box, which had an add-on called TV Junkie in it. How about that? I have seen, like, when I was doing the naughty and nice list, which I've kind of slacked on for a while, and I'll be honest, sorry guys. I saw a lot of people had the request module script in there. And as long as it was an older version of what Cody had, I personally didn't care. But if it was something newer, it made me really concerned. So I have seen a lot of repos with that in there, honestly. But in the defense of some of those, you know, talking to some of those, doing that list was an amazing learning experience for me, because I got to meet people who have repositories, and I was asking them, like for example, the request mod module script, right? If it was why it was in there, but they usually had an older version, but they would explain to me that a lot of the forks out there didn't have the Kodi repo in it. So a lot of these things that were dependencies, they needed in the repo.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dependencies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gloria just said, should I be concerned when downloading subtitles? I know there was an issue a while back. I think, was it when people were using 16, that one of the subtitle add-ons was doing something bad?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
Up until 17.1.
Open subtitle something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's got signups for it. As far as I know, if you're using 17, everything's okay. I mean, it's like any add-on. Somebody can put malicious code in it, and there's not much you can do about it. But you just hope that people that are putting their add-ons in Kodi are being good about it and not doing that. Yeah. So, I mean, using Kodi in general, yeah, there all kinds of stuff can be downloaded onto your box through people's add-ons if they're not nice people. So that's why it's always good to be aware of who you're downloading.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's you need Kodi 17.3 or higher.
Yeah.
17.
I use open subtitles, but you have to sign up for that on their site, and I did. Because I use subtitles a lot. Like when you watch Game of Thrones and stuff, I want to see what they're saying in Dothraki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the modded version, so it doesn't require a login.
Oh, of course you do.
I'm lazy.
Of course you do.
I am lazy. It's not that. So, I mean, like half of us on the panel, we build builds, right? And if you put, you know, open subtitles on, and then you have to educate people how to use it, and then they have to go and sign up, and they have to do that. So I just put the modded version on. It made people easier. So.
Yeah.
I want it.
I have it somewhere.
Alrighty, I want it. I used to use Subscene too, but I found it just doesn't. It loads a bunch of links, like a bunch of subtitles, but
yeah.
I keep getting an error actually loading them.
Yeah, it doesn't work as good as it used to.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's too bad.
That was my go-to back in the day.
Yeah, I used to actually build them too, because I'd watch one and it'd be like horrible. I'd be like, oh my god. So I'd go and I'd grab it and I'd fix it and then I'd throw it back on there.
I can see you doing that. There's that techie side.
Because I'm a grand Nazi?
That too.
Can't help myself.
Where can you get addicted?
No idea.
I'm assuming that's an add-on, but I mean, if you come live with me, I'll show you an addiction. I cook a lot. You bet you'll learn to love food in my house. Oh, especially my new Finn pancakes. They're amazing. Holy crap.
Isn't that essentially crepes?
It's very, very similar. Except for my crepes is not like it. My finished pancakes, I use honey and I make it with honey.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so it has that sweetness to it, whereas my crepes don't.
Yeah, crepes are all about what you put on them.
Yes. But finished pancakes are an addiction.
Okay, do you think McDonald's must put something in their pancakes? Because their pancakes are frickin' delicious.
Really, I think they suck.
They put something in all their food.
I've
Yeah.
had McDonald's for years.
Hotcakes, buddy. Hotcakes. Next time you're there, get some for breakfast. They're delicious.
Well, no, and I'm hearing you. My problem is I can't shake the addiction for the French fries. I am convinced they're putting something on the French fries for me to want to eat them all the time.
Well, it's the same thing with Tim Hortons coffee. Do you know any person that's drank it in their lifetime and not went like kind of lost their mind over it?
No.
I think they put crack in it myself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
I mean,
are
you
they?
can drink this and not get addicted, but their coffee from them, fuck.
I'm hearing everybody telling me that McDonald's coffee is really good now.
It's
Oh,
actually not bad, to be honest. It's not bad if you didn't have a Timmy's nearby. It used to be horrible, but it definitely improved it. And McDonald's does have the best hash browns. Tim Hortons hash browns suck balls.
Oh yeah, they do.
The only coffee I could do now is Kona
Tim
coffee.
Hortons.
Is what?
Kona, directly from Hawaii. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm just glad you're not saying it's that kind where it was made from cat shit. Do you remember that stuff?
Oh,
Yeah.
Copa Louie or something like that it's called.
no. No, this is Kona. We were in Hawaii 2 years ago, and we went to the actual the place where they actually like grind all their stuff.
Cool.
And at the end, they gave us like like a little cup, like a little sippy cup to taste it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is freaking addicting. So I ended up buying a huge bag of it. Oh gosh, yeah. There's nothing. I could drink it black straight with nothing. That's how good this thing is.
You know what? I can tell you're a nice person, and you know why that is?
Because I like coffee.
No, because you say, "Oh gosh."
Oh.
Oh gosh gives it away.
Oh gosh. I've been told that several times.
Yeah, Dabs does that all the time too, and I'm like, oh my god, watch your language.
Yeah, I try not to. I usually say oh gosh or gosh. I had somebody message me on my on one of my videos. That's like one of the first person they said. They're like, I'm so glad there's people out there like you that say oh my gosh. And I didn't get it until days later. I'm like, oh.
Because most of us say, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh wait, so
I
somebody asked a question about incursion. Is it dying? That was Justin.
It still works for me.
There you go.
I don't know.
I heard some people talking about it, but I tried it yesterday. It still works.
The truth is, the program itself is going to work and work well. It's the scrapers and whether or not the developer wants to keep the scrapers up or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like Exodus. Like you find version 1.34 out there, it still works. You're still going to get one or two links working. You might not get more than one or two links show up on the list, but you'll get at least one or two. It's the scrapers.
Dean Maxwell, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that?
99% of the movies play.
What's he talking about? Play on what though?
If it's a scraper add-on, I can't remove the links.
No.
Sorry. But it's scraped.
Yeah.
It pulls those sites. I can't remove them. You can remove the hosters and stuff.
That's it. Truthfully, like there's a way of turning off the scrapers in the back of Death Streams and Placenta.
That would be in the settings.
Yeah. If you don't like that particular one, go into the back and turn them off, Dean.
I think what he's saying is, and I'm pretty sure I get asked this a lot. They're like, hey, I go to whatever add-on, it doesn't matter which one it is really, and I'll go to TV shows and I'm trying to find Jeopardy or I'm trying to find the news or the whatever like sports show that's on, and they're like, I don't get any links, and I'm just like, yeah, those are kind of hard to get.
In Placenta.
And it could be in just about like because I think you remember this, Blamo. I was trying to find a TV show called Most Extreme Elimination back from the 90s and early 2000s. And it was an old, I think like 80s Japanese show that the Americans subbed voiced over it, and it was hilarious what they did with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even find it with death streams, and with my real Debrid. And it's just one of those shows. It's like really, yeah, MXC. It's really hard to find, and there's certain shows like that. But the add-on has nothing to do if a show pulls up. It's just because it's scraping, the topic, the genre, whatever. It's like Google.
I want to answer Bill's question there. With your Covenant, if you're using, I don't know where you got that Covenant version, but it's using scrapers and stuff from Placenta. And if you want them to be maintained and not just copy and pasted, I'd use the add-on that's being maintained and having the scrapers maintained.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah. I agree 100% with that.
Yep. And I think it's hard for some people because they don't know. Like, I actually had somebody tell me, like, "Oh, Exodus is working great." I'm like,
yeah, no.
I'm like, well, sure. Like, Genesis is working great too if you have real Debrid.
Yeah, exactly. Any of you guys ever tried Mr. MC? That's the Cody fork, right? That he charges for.
Really?
And doesn't allow. And I thought it was you had to pay for it on the Play Store, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody said something about $3. It's not very expensive, and that it doesn't allow third-party add-ons. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I said I don't see the point in using it if you got to pay for it and you can't even use any of the add-ons you like.
And it's Plex. It's mostly just Plex. Like, so you're making them pay, and then they gotta pay for Plex.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah. So I don't see a point.
No links for Jeopardy. Oh, Gloria, you're killing me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. So, like me, I like watching The First from ESPN with Stephen A. Smith and the other guy I can't stand. And they talk about sports all day long. Problem is if I go searching for that in Kodi, there's no way I'm going to find that anywhere. So what I mean,
who could be bothered to waste their time uploading that? To be honest,
it's crazy. There's too much.
Well, that's the thing is there's so much content in Kodi. No, it doesn't have everything. Sorry, but there's nothing we can do about that. If there's no links out there, then there's no getting the links out there. So
YouTube it,
YouTube it, exactly, yeah.
YouTube.
Or you know what? Find us a site that has all that stuff and let us know, and we'll make scrapers for it if we can.
Well, find me a site that works 100% for 100 years, and I'll scrape that site.
I'm back. Search Flex. Oh, I know you guys heard me, but they didn't hear me.
Oh.
I gotta buy a fridge, Search Flex, put it in here so I don't have to keep running out to the kitchen to grab something to drink. I apologize, buddy.
Search Flex is my buddy. He's pretty cool. He's a cool dude.
Dean, if you're interested in that, and he's where'd I go over there? He's saying maybe the developers should focus on one topic for each add-on so they can develop an add-on where all the titles play. Well, the best way to do that is to make one that has direct links and no thank you.
That's a playlister. Yeah. And Blue here is the perfect person to tell you how difficult that actually is.
Oh my God, direct links, they die all the time, so you're constantly replacing. It's impossible to keep up.
Dean, I'll give this once. You get what you pay for. It is nothing.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. It's like, you're paying when you buy these, like, even if you pay, let's say like the NVIDIA Shield, you buy the most upgraded version and you're getting reel to brid. Let's say you're spending like all this money on like an IPTV service, and you're spending all this money to get like the ultimate setup. At the end of the day, when you look at how much you actually spent for a year, if you compare that to your actual cable or to your internet or whatever you're using, it is extremely cheap. So
Oh, I agree. Like I was spending at least $100 a month just on cable.
yep,
Oh yeah,
I was about 160.
yep. That was here.
I was
I love my
130.
HBO, and that's not including Netflix, Hulu, the WWE Network, UFC Fight Pass, the football packages. So I was spending a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Good.
And making an add-on is hard enough on its own without having to monitor every single link that's in it every day. It's impossible.
Yeah. And what I recommend for the people who are looking for, like Jeopardy, for example, just YouTube it. Like honestly, just go to YouTube, see if you find something, and if you do, great. And even better, like what I would even highly recommend is have it. Everybody who's on here probably has a YouTube account.
Well, and the cool thing is there's a YouTube add-on, so you can watch it in Kodi too.
Exactly. There's a YouTube add-on. Make a playlist on your YouTube channel, and then log into the YouTube add-on in Kodi, and there you go.
Yep.
Super easy.
Yeah.
There's your trick. There's your tips and trick for the day.
Some of our lists and some of our add-ons are YouTube based because we can't get the content anywhere else.
My Mad Chops add-on, I had a lot of people asking me about like drum corps stuff. I used to teach music for 10 years, and there's a lot of like drummers and like a lot of like performing of the arts type stuff. Tons of people were asking me like, dude, there's nothing in Kodi that has that. So my Mad Chops add-on caters to that, and it's all based off of YouTube stuff. And it's not just only in that little area, but I also added like other stuff, concerts, crazy guitar players or drum set players.
That's where I got my fitness section from, was YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Bill, I'll answer your question again. Placenta doesn't cash in on any of the links. That's Kodi. That it's limited to 15 to 20 megabytes as default. If you want that any higher, you use a wizard, and it's got advanced tools.
Yep.
And you can raise it in there. And Covenant isn't maintained. Any updates to it are copied and pasted. So that's the difference.
Oh, which reminds me, TK, I gotta fix your wizard for you.
I was gonna ask you about that. When Blamo said to put it in his repo, I was gonna give you a message. It could probably use a little work.
Oh, it does. I'm honestly, I'm letting you know, like, okay, so I'm about to do my last update to all my builds, and I'm done after that. And I really like your build, and I'm gonna promote it, but your wizard needs work, so I'm gonna have to do some work on that for you.
I would love that. I'd like to learn it all, but holy man, there's a lot to learn.
No, if you know how to follow the code, it's actually not that hard.
I'm getting there. Doing the skinning in my builds, I'm starting to learn how to read the XMLs a bit and read a little bit of it, but it's surprising. I'm a damn programmer. It should be easy for me, but I'm an industrial programmer. We don't deal with that kind of code.
I think what I'm probably going to do, I have to do a small fix to my wizard, and probably what I'm going to do when I'm done fixing the small thing to my wizard, I'm going to take mine and turn it over to yours.
That would be awesome.
Because mine's already up to date with everything, so other than I still have to put Chapai in there.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, other than that, we're good.
Yeah, right now I put all the add-on cleaning stuff in a section in my build guide, just because I know my wizard's probably not getting it all.
No, but it will. It'll get the most of the big ones anyway.
Cool beans, man.
Yeah, that's my in the next week or two work on for you. And then going
Well-
forward, I'm promoting your builds. So,
Well, that's awesome.
yep.
I got a new one coming. You know, I had it done, and then my laptop crashed last week, and I lost the whole damn thing. But I've almost got it back. Next one's coming.
You know what, Mike? You know, the truth is there any real video on how to customize? Like all the things, like a lot of the changes that I made to mine or Klepto made to mine, I don't think there really is a video on how to change what videos to, you know, clean up, which ones not to.
As far as the add-on cleanings?
Yeah. Like how to change them. Like, I know how to do it, but I mean, I don't think there's a video out there that teaches that.
On how to, like in the wizard you're talking about?
Yeah, like, okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. You know, there's quite a few on how to make that aftermath wizard, but there's nothing on how to get in there and actually modify that I've found anyway, like, you know, maintain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one. What's Rojas doing?
I've been asked before. I might.
Yeah, it's really not hard. All the debride ones were in the debride pie. All the tracked ones were in the tracked. I mean, the only other place was, you know, changing it in the menu, which was in the default pie. And
yeah,
and the setting XML. The 3 files. And the wizard pie too. Sorry.
I'm sure there's more you're forgetting.
Yeah. No, that's the 4.
Yeah. Well, I think that yeah, and if I could do that's a whole menu item I can get out of my build guide, because if I knew that total cleanup was working properly, that's all a guy should need.
Although I muted myself out there for that. John, just to let you know, I have not been inspired to do a video on tutorials for a while. If Rojas isn't willing to do one up, I will.
On what?
On how to customize an aftermath wizard.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm actually thinking about starting. I did a video a long time ago about how to make your own build, and that's when I was pretty green in the community. I was kind of doing the video as I was learning at the same time.
Yep.
So I might do one from scratch again.
That's a good idea. I did notice on YouTube there are a few.
Yeah.
But I don't know how in depth they are.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Or if they're even appropriate for now. You know, like, you know how it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
But well, when I did my video, it was when we were still on 16. And when I was rewatching it, I'm just like, you know, a lot of this stuff still is good right now. There's a lot of things that you can still do. But the one thing I wish I would have said before was there's certain ways that you could still search these things if files have changed. So like for me, I use Dreamweaver, and I'll open up a folder on the side where I have it already uploaded, and I'll just do like a simple keyword search, and it'll show me every single file where that word is at, or where whatever I'm trying to look for.
Exactly.
And but a lot of people don't know how to use that. You know,
it does the same thing in No++ too.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking about starting a video from scratch and just saying, look, this is how you can find these things. This is how you can customize these things. But a lot of it has to do also with whoever is going to be building these things, is to have that patience and that time to like figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, like adding placenta onto my wizard probably took me about a total of about 20 minutes. Just for one add-on. And
Cody is asking about that. I didn't know you were doing that, but maybe that's something he should ask you about if he's trying to do that.
Yeah.
You should probably just sell that damn wizard.
No, I've actually, honestly, TK, I've given, a lot of people have taken my wizard and done a little bit more to it. Like, I'd love to tell you that it's just my wizard. It's not. Okay, I mean, originally that started with Aftermath and surfing dude, and mind you, and if you look at the wizard, there are parts of Echo in there. There are parts of, like, it's a lot of developers who've built this wizard.
Yeah.
And then Klepto did a lot of changes to the one I have. And then he took some of the stuff from my original wizard, and then we incorporated it. So Klepto's a big part of this wizard, and then I've continued it on since then. With the help of Tantrum, I've added the YouTube fix in there. You know, where if you're going to borrow my wizard, the only thing I say is to put your own APIs in there.
Yeah.
Yep. And with the help of A-Train and Judge, I now have the speed test working in there. Although, had I have known... See, and I'm going to laugh at me again, guys, because I can read Python and quite well and know it. I can write it, read it, you know. But I don't know how to integrate Python into Kodi, and that was my problem. And the only reason I couldn't get that stupid thing to work was one stupid little command. One command.
That's usually all it is.
Yeah. Judge, I found it in Judges. He told me where to find it. I'm like, frig, is that really, that's all it took?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I could tell you that, like, I'm just, like, installing, you know, it's something really simple, like installing something. Like, okay, like something everybody could relate to. You go to File Manager, add source, http://repo.mr.blamo. And then you're like, okay, cool. And then you get a thing that says, oh, it doesn't work. Why does it not work? I forgot to put .xyz. Something really simple like that. And I get those messages constantly like, hey, it doesn't work. Your video doesn't work. I'm like, well, how'd you spell it? Oh, yep, that's what it is.
There's an answer for, or a question for you in there, by the way, Blemo.
Yeah, he's saying that he still has Colossus and all that. I'm thinking it's your setup. I watched the show this morning on it, and a movie last night, no problems.
How much does the source provider actually cost?
RD is only like what, $5 a month, Canadian?
Yeah.
I pay.
Don't tell us what you pay, because you get all these special rates and
No, I don't actually.
shit.
No, I believe it or not. I when I first started doing YouTube, I used to have a link down below for my RD. I removed it, so I pay the same thing you pay.
Yeah, I pay $5 a month.
Yeah, I buy it for 6 months.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Which costs me $25, so it's under $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
$25, isn't it? 25. It's more like 30 with the exchange rate, because it's pounds, is it not, or
Yeah.
euros?
Well, I just bought mine, redid mine, and it cost me $25.42.
Oh, so our exchange rate's pretty good right now.
It
Woohoo!
It depends on what
Right.
you know, yeah. And digital, it's not $16 US.
No, he likes to. That's the. Oh my god, that is so funny.
It's more about $21 US, just to let you
It's
know.
a little bit over $20, yeah.
Yeah. There's only 27 cents difference between Canadian and American, so where there's
American.
where there's a 50 cents difference between Canadian and the pound.
Yeah, but I think that's in euros though, which isn't as bad.
Yeah.
God, you know what? I learned that a couple years ago, that there's pounds and there's euros, and it's two totally different things. I didn't know. How sad is that? But euros are definitely closer. But Dabs likes to bug me about the fact that the US dollar is worth more than the Canadian dollar. And he'll say, oh yeah, that was $5 US. Well, no, and then he'll make fun of how much he would be paying like for it in Canadian. I'm like, you're such a jerk.
Okay, Bama, I don't know where you live, but for that 1973, we're kind of all jealous with you right now. And Stu had a question. What did people use to watch the fight last night?
The what?
That was Rising Tides for me. Well, for some of it, and then I think I watched some of it through Planet MMA as well.
I didn't use any of this. I don't watch that stuff.
Oh, the boxing fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used Area 51. I'm testing that out right now.
That's a nice. I actually support those guys, but you know that, Rose.
Happy Easter, John.
It is really, really nice. It's Area 51. So I have several IPTV services right now. and I like to test them all and give people options. Area 51's pretty good.
Yeah, they're the reseller for Prime.
Reseller for Prime?
Yeah.
I don't know what Prime is.
Well, okay. So from what I'm being told, and I didn't know that at the beginning. I did know when I talked to the guys from Area 51 that, or was that Alien? Oh, I might be looking at two different ones. Gosh, never mind. I've got. Yeah, Aliens is I think the Prime one. I got it. Yeah. Oh, I liked both of them anyway.
The only thing I have with Area 51 is I think they need to make their folders look a little bit nicer. They need to give options of choosing languages so you don't have like 1,000 channels in the PVR that you don't want. And then just to make sure that it's actually pulling data. But other than that, if you know where to look for, like I went to go click on the pay-per-view folder and it had these links in there. I clicked them and they weren't that good, but I knew it was going to be on a specific channel, so I went to the US folder, clicked on that channel specifically, and it was working flawless.
Yeah. And Gandalf was using Ectos. God, who has that in their repo? I thought that was in the Judgment repo, but then it disappeared. I don't know. It's gone. Anyway, you know, guys, we've gone almost an entire 2 hours of a show, and not one person asked a Kodi 18 question.
Thank God.
Oh, you just jinxed it.
You totally did.
No, I was gonna. You guys out there are finally listening to us. Don't ask Kodi 18 questions. Thank you so much. We love you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
for it.
No, I had somebody do that on my Facebook page the other day. It's like, oh, I can't get your wizard to work. My first question was Kodi 18, and they're like, yes, and I'm like, you're done. It'll work right on my Xbox.
Okay, so how much work is involved in updating a wizard to work with Kodi 18 then? Like, is there no point right now? Maybe it'll get fixed in their RC version, or what do you think?
I'm pretty sure it's going to, but the problem is right now there are certain functions in the wizard that's been removed from Kodi 18, so it's not working. It's just like some of the gen add-ons weren't working for a while.
So is it not loading at all, or is it just not working?
No, actually, it's the XML functions that's not working, which is why the gen add-ons are having a hard time too.
Okay.
So what's happening is that when you go into the wizards, the build files won't come up. So there's nothing in there. That's the biggest question of being asked. Well, the wizard, it'll install. Well, it'll install, but 2 weeks ago, even then, that wouldn't install. But what they're saying is now they won't see any builds in there. And I'm like, it's a Kodi function that's causing this problem.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that it's not going to be an issue.
Right now, it's, yeah, right now, there's no point in messing with it until you know what their RC version is anyway.
Exactly.
Just to be clear, I am on version 27 of Kodi. You know, secret stash.
I think just a lot of people are excited that it's on Kodi. It's on Xbox.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it's on Xbox!"
You know what? I did exactly that at Christmas when I got mine. I'm like, "Oh my God, Kodi's available!" I loaded it. I'm like, "Oh, this is awful."
Yep. Everybody's doing that right now. They're super excited. I would be too. If all of a sudden it was on my PlayStation, I would try to get something to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I couldn't get anything. I couldn't even get my local to work.
Well, the placenta
I couldn't even access it.
So Martel wants to know what's the difference between 17.6 and 18. Anybody but me want to answer that, because mine's not so kind.
Wait.
Yeah, 18 isn't ready. That's the difference. As far as actual functionality, I'm not sure yet because I don't want to use it yet because it's crappy.
Yeah. Well, okay, so a lot of the people probably won't know exactly how the backend works, but just to give you guys like an interface of how it looks, if you go to 17 and you go to system and then go to 18 and then look at system, mass difference right there between the two when you open them up.
I'll answer Dean's question here. He said, have any of you guys ever thought of writing a book, how-to book on Kodi? No, because I'm not a Kodi developer, and I, and I don't write how-to books for Kodi. If they want to write a book, well, they can write a book.
Dean, just go to the Cody website, Kodi.tv, I think, and they have all kinds of forums and stuff, and pretty much any information you need to know about the program, the Cody program, will be in there.
Yep.
These guys are all unofficial third-party add-on developers, so it's a totally separate thing. Their add-ons work in Cody, but they aren't Cody.
Yeah. And the truth is, Dean, there are 300 million YouTubers now on Cody. And you know, me and Ron.
No need for a book.
Yeah, no, seriously, there's a crap load of YouTubers on Cody now. And so there's a lot of videos out there. There are quite a few websites out there that have pretty good information as well on a lot of how-tos and stuff like that.
Well, can I just say one thing real quick?
No.
Digital just said Blue writes a mean readme, because I do the readme for the one, and I'm actually going to do a little series of videos on how to make those. It's not quite as easy as you think it is, but they're really, really nice to have if anybody wants to make their own personalized ones for their add-ons.
So there you go, Dean. The answer to your question, Blue. We'll do a how-to book.
No, I won't.
Deny. Dean, all you have to do is butter her up. She will do anything.
It's 11 a.m. over here where I'm at, so just to let everybody know, I'm the developer of Cody.
And
I'm looking forward to 18. I'm looking forward to seeing what's new in it, but it's just not ready yet. It's not worth. It's aggravating right now.
If they can get that voice command to work, game changer.
That would be really nice for sure.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Gandalf, message me in Telegram. I've heard so much about that out. I mean, trust me, I won't send it out to the. I really want to take a look at that Ectos, by the way.
He had it in Borg when we released, but then we had to pull it like 2 days later. So.
Yeah, I know. So
sad.
It was there, and then it was gone, and it was like, oh, that's like a tease. That's like being at Blue's house.
Yeah, it is. It is sweet though. He
always
always makes good stuff.
Oh, I know. He's
hey, remember his builds? Holy crap!
Yep.
No, I haven't even heard Trooper talk once yet.
He never does. It's rare.
He just likes to pop in and look cute. Oh, there he is.
My work. People do have a real job, you know. I just.
So you're working right now?
Yeah, I'm working right now. I'm on break right now, so.
Listen to you, Trooper has a real job. I have a real job too, but it's Sunday, so I'm off.
Yeah, it's hard. It ain't easy being a single parent, you know that?
Hey, actually, I do.
Okay.
I was going to say, I have to take care of myself. Does that make me a single parent?
No, it does not.
Oh, you don't know how much of a kid I am, though.
Oh, I do.
No. So just to let you know, the final word, Martel, what's the difference between 17.6 and 18? I'll give you the gentle version. 18 is still in alpha. It's still being tested. It's still being played with. It's nowhere even close to being ready. It is meant for people like us who know what, developing is about, to test it, to come up with ideas so that we can let Cody know what's going wrong. Unfortunately, that because of the Xbox, a crap load of people have downloaded it, figuring that it's the stable version like 17.6 is, and expecting it to work like it, which is why so many of us developers and builders and all of that are frustrated trying to answer questions for guys who are using 18.
Yeah.
So right now, in other words, stick with 17.
Yeah, please. Unless you're a developer or you understand code, don't use 18.
Because barely anything working in it.
Yep.
And if you're on Xbox, just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. It will be a stable version of, or at least a release candidate.
Yeah.
I don't, guys. Honestly, I have no complaints if you're going to run a release candidate, an RC version. But wait
I'm
till,
okay with RC.
yeah. Although a lot of people, what we've talked in the past, are say wait for 18.1, but
That's true too, though. Lots of times, it doesn't come long after
yeah.
final bug fixes.
Hey, well, I guess.
But do we know what actually is different in 18? Like, I mean,
Voice.
besides the what was it, systems or settings that you were talking about, Roas?
Yeah.
Are there any blatant differences that users will notice, or no?
Command, from what I heard.
Voice commands, yeah.
The voice command.
Yeah, that's supposed to be something huge.
It would be though, yeah.
And I think also that's the skin that they're currently using, from what I read. The reason why that system thing looks so different is because they're trying to lighten it up and trying to make it a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the stock estuary is just slow.
I'm not crazy about estuary to begin with.
Yeah.
I usually switch it out.
Same.
Stu, I'm good for everything. Oh,
My-
I just realized Virgin's in the house. Oh, sorry.
Virgin?
Yeah, a zombie.
I was about to say.
You know what one of my biggest pet peeves for 17 was? It was the fact that they took the settings out of the context menu. The add-on settings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That bugged forever. I'm like, every time I context, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go left. Context, over and over. I was like, Jesus. When you're used to being a certain way for years, it's hard to switch to something new.
And they did that on purpose.
Yeah, they totally did to make it less easy to get into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at that time again. We hit the 2-hour mark, and we got that today. I mean, I didn't know honestly how the show was going to turn out today. Blue, you saved the day. I'm honestly going to let you know that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, I think today has been a fantastic show. We've had a lot of questions, and we've been able to answer almost all of them. There's been more questions today than there probably has the last 2 shows we've done.
It's true. I do feel like we gave a lot of good answers, hopefully.
Yeah. And I'm just saying that, I'm glad you came on, because Rowhouse is, like, busy, and he was, supposed to be the,
Hey, I'm talking. What are you talking about?
You're right.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, hon. You know that. But
I do.
I'm going to let the guys out there, guys, you have 5 minutes. 5 minutes to ask a question, get it over with, and then at that point, I'm going to ask my panel to have their word to you guys. So, in other words, we got 5 minutes to pick on zombie. Oh, sorry. Let my sheep go. Wait a minute, that sounded like something from the Bible. Let my sheep go.
Let my sheep will go.
Yeah.
I actually have to go. I have to jump on another show. So
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
You're
And I'll see you
welcome.
guys on Telegram in about 10 minutes.
All right. Later, Blue. Thank you, son.
Okay, bye. No problem, honey.
Oh no! Now I'm left with these guys. Wait.
You like it.
Oh wait, I know, and unfortunately, since we're in the last few minutes, we're not going to invite Zombie on, but you know how much Trooper loves to bug Zombie.
We'll be here for another couple hours.
Exactly. Yeah, I still can't get the sound of those sheep crying "Let me out" of my head. One more time for you, Zombie. Let my sheepos go. Alright, guys.
What?
Hi, Mitch for guiding. Guess I'll have to check out the Blues and Rojos on my own thing. Yeah, Glory. Truthfully, Gloria, there are a lot of great YouTubers out here. I myself don't do too much add-on reviews anymore. Rowhouse is amazing. Blue's always been great for her tutorials. Tantrum is another one of those. The list can go on. I'm not trying to name one or two as being the best. I'm sorry, but these guys are here all the time, so I'm gonna plug them. I love them.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And then, you know, if you follow Trooper has a longer list than I do. Just to let you know that. Oh, Zombies got friends.
Uh-oh.
How did that
His
happen?
boyfriends.
Oh, right. Wait a minute. Are we sure he's mistaking friends with sheep?
Meh.
Oh, and there's another one, Gloria. See that dude, Stu? Okay, you follow that dude on Twitter, and I guarantee you he's going to give you a list of excellent YouTubers. Okay? Although Stu keeps adding my name to his list on YouTube, and then I have to spend the next 24 hours going through a whole pile of tweets with my name attached to it. I love you, Stu. Well, other than that, since we don't have any more questions, then I am going to turn the show over to each of the guests, although unfortunately Blue has left, but she loves you guys, and I would marry her in a minute. If I wasn't happily with, you know. So, who should we start with? How about TK? Who's going to be quiet, because he's muted. All right, Blamel.
There we go.
Okay.
Damn thing. I couldn't get my mic on.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Nice to see you all again. Come check me out on the Facebook group, Codyverse Help and Support. Check out the new update on Codyverse Build version 3. It's pretty cool things in there.
I just posted your Facebook chat up there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Although, and again, buddy, you're welcome. Blammo.
Thank you.
I'd just like to thank everyone for coming and watching. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah, as always.
Thanks. And I just want to say, if you use my stuff, that's cool. If you don't, well, that's cool too. I'm not a cunt or whatever. I appreciate everyone. Thanks for having me.
Oh, to be honest, buddy, I think that's the most you've ever said. And I'll let you know, I'm being dead serious to you guys out there. That's probably the most he's ever said. And you guys out there to blame for it, because he's still feeling the love from last week. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right, Troop. You went back?
No, I'm here. Well, happy Easter, everyone. You gotta be safe out there. You gotta go and drinking or having a party. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
Later, zombie. Ross, it's over to you, buddy.
Well, once again, we're about that time, guys. Just want to say thank you to everybody. Always appreciate everybody coming by with the questions. You know, of course we do this all the time, so you know, come up with some more questions. Come up with some good ones for next time. Just don't talk about Cody 18, please. For the panel, thank you. Always, it's always a pleasure, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, it's my turn. I have nothing to say. Or wait a minute. Yes.
We're fools.
That would be an unusual thing for me, considering everybody knows that I love to gab. So, all right, let's start from the okay. So, Blue, I know eventually you're gonna watch the end, sweetheart. You know I love you. You're awesome. All right, the infamous, wonderfully, well, infamous, the famous TK, terrorized Cody, which I posted his link up. You guys should be there, buddy. I love you. You rock. Again, as always, you are an extremely welcome to the show. Because you have so many answers for people. And Trooper, I am still striving to be you. And if I didn't have a love life, I could be on more shows like you. But I'm working on it. And you, Blamo, bud, you're still my boss. And Gloria, if you think that he needs a new mic, you can buy him one. But I'm letting you know that he sounds good. But if you don't think that he got enough money from last week, there is that thing on my thing that says streamlab.com/Teverz. Just make sure if you make that donation for his mic that you put it down below his, Blamo's mic. I'll make sure he gets it. Just to let you know. But other than you guys, thank you so much for watching the show, guys. I love you guys. I love you all. It was a pretty good show today. Considering it was Easter, I didn't think we'd hit high numbers. You guys had amazing questions today. To you guys that asked them, I appreciated that so much. Guys, you know, we up here on the panel, we do our best. We love being here, and we do love answering your questions. But the truth is, if it wasn't for you guys, this show wouldn't be as much fun as it was, or is. Because you guys are the ones that help make it that way. You, and then, of course, Zombie on his own. But other than that, guys, other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, life is too short. Get the heck out of your house. Go have fun with somebody you want to have fun, because that's so much more fun. Other than that, right? Bye for now. Life's too short.